Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here to do the reading for the lovely sign of Cancer. Cancer, if you're watching this or you're cross-watching for a Cancer, always remember that Cancer is not the only sign that you have in your birth chart. When you were born, there was many signs. So a lot of the time the readers on here will ask you to check out what your moon sign, oh, excuse me, your moon sign, your Venus, your ascendant or rising. It's a really good idea to check out. So if you identify as a Cancer sun, so that means that when I said to you, what sign are you? And you say, I'm a Cancer, that is your sun sign. So in Eastern astrology, they use the moon sign. I don't know why the two of them are phased out sort of a little bit differently, but that's the, I guess, history. If you want to know more about this, you can Google natal chart or birth chart and put in your details of your birth and where you were born. If you have your time of birth, then you can access your ascendant or your rising, and pull up a chart. You can do a printable chart from some of the sites, which is really good because you can go really sort of have a good look at it. I know many of the people on my channel now, and if you're watching, actually have let me know that they've done all their signs. Actually, I just really thought of a good idea for a competition. So basically, Google natal chart or birth chart, get the report down, and you can have fun looking at where the planets were when you were born. All right, we're going to read from the Esoteric Tarot today. The only trouble is with sneezing, as soon as you sneeze, your nose starts to run. Excuse me. Just always a bother. Alrighty, one more shuffle. Okay. I have the Two of Wands here, and I'm trying to sort of feel what it is about this Two of Wands that feels a little bit different. The Two of Wands talks about a new pathway being accessed or an opportunity to move in a new direction. The What's Cracking reading today was about an opportunity, so it's possible that's the energy for the collective at the moment. When I see the Two of Wands, I see someone turning their back on something else in order to take up the new opportunity. So it's sort of not like a crossroads. It's more like I need to let something go before I can go after the next thing. So for example, if you were offered a relationship with someone and you were already in a relationship, it makes sense to let one go to move into another one. If, for example, you were at crossroads and you had two directions to go in, then your opportunities are both the same or similar and you can go either way. But with the Two of Wands, I always feel like it is a time to let something go and move after something new. Now, you do have the Queen of Swords coming through. This is definitely relationship. So the Queen of Swords represents Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I feel like here, because you've got the Two of Cups, there is a really, really similar energy to the What's Cracking reading. But what it makes me feel like is that there is an opportunity to perhaps move forward with somebody who may be an air sign. But there's also this feeling here, especially with this Queen of Swords, that something has to go in order to take the new opportunity. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean there are two people, although it could. What it feels like to me is it's more about the fact that you have to let go of something to take this new opportunity. You're cutting something out with the Queen of Swords. She doesn't mess around. There's nothing messy with her. She makes a decision, she cuts it free, and she moves forward. There is none of this sort of umming and ahhing, which is like Two of Pentacles energy. It could be there, but then I have this energy of the Two of Cups. So there does feel to me like there's some sort of decision here that needs to be made. You're definitely overthinking this decision. I do have the Page of Cups, so to me it is a love decision, but something has to be completed before you can move forward. And we do have the Queen of Cups coming through. Okay, I feel like this is a relationship, but it doesn't necessarily mean you have to close another relationship down. What it means is something has to be completed before you can move into the new one. That might mean, for example, your person's in another place. It could mean there's something between the two of you that has to be changed before you can come together. But let's have a look and see where we're going. All right, I have the Five of Cups with the High Priestess coming through, Ten of Swords, and Three of Wands. And again, this energy of completion before moving forward. I feel like here, though, with the High Priestess, there's something to do with the past here. So I'm going to sort of wait until we get a little bit further, because it feels to me like you may be having an opportunity here with somebody that's gone before, but it's sort of not quite like that. It's almost like you don't want to let go of something now in order to follow what you're being offered here. And the universe is sort of really pushing you to trust your intuition here. So it is possible for some of you that this could be somebody that you have known previously that's either returned or come back into your life, but you've already moved on with somebody else. All right, so I have the Three of Pentacles, wow, with the Moon card and the World card. There's a choice to be made here, but this choice is really in line with your destiny. It's really in line with your soul contract. And something has to be changed. Now, again, keep in mind, if you met somebody that was in a different place, you may be faced with the whole idea of moving if you had to. Let's just put some more cards. We have the Magician coming through with the Ten of Pentacles. See, this looks really, really nice for me, but it's like you've got yourself into a bit of a bind here. Pulling a card from the middle of the deck, and I got the Artiste. Whatever this is for you, this decision's got you very confused, very deeply confused. And I feel like somehow or another something has happened in the past. Either you have met this person before and now they're realizing they want to give something another go. But because you've moved on, it looks to me like you have fulfilled something by moving on, and you look like you're extremely happy in your new place. So the dilemma here is, do I go after the old person because I felt this way in the past, or am I happy enough to stay with the new person because it feels to me like this relationship is right for me? And I feel like with the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, that what you've got is beautiful, but this decision that you're making here is almost very dark for you, or very confusing, or very upsetting. Let me just put some more cards on it. So I feel like somehow or another this path here means that you've got to make a choice. You've got to make a choice. But I feel like somehow or another the choice means you've got to cut something out. Which cup are you going to take here? And the confusion is evident, but I feel like it's more than confusion. It's hurting to make that decision. But something has to end here because you're moving into Queen of Cups energy. So that says to me you've got to put yourself first. It's really interesting, with codependency. Often people are in really unhealthy relationships, and I'll say to them, why do you not move on? And their fear is that they may hurt the other person. I'm like, you're in a really unhappy relationship. Where are you in the equation if you're always going to worry about how the other person feels? That's codependency. So I feel like somehow or another this decision is a very Nine of Pentacles coming out with the Lovers card. They both flipped over in my hands. The choice is here with the Lovers card. Which lover will you go towards? But the Nine of Pentacles definitely says to me there is a real need to make sure that you are putting yourself first, whichever way you go. But I don't feel that this is an easy decision. Not an easy decision at all. All right, then I have the Five of Pentacles with the Hermit. Oh, these cards are just so beautiful. They're all gold embossed. But look at his little shiny star for the Hermit. So it's definitely about taking time out to really dig deep with that Five of Pentacles, because something here tells me you're getting into sort of almost like a victim mentality. So sometimes we can spiral and do that whole, why now? Why me? I don't know what I want, like that sort of energy. And that's why you really need to get into this Hermit energy. There's healing here, but ultimately you can trust your intuition, trust what it is you want. You're crafting something new here. You're crafting a new existence. But I'm not really sure you want to change what you're currently doing. So this decision really does look like it's a very hard decision, a very difficult decision, because I feel like where you are now, you're extremely content, extremely happy. So Cancer, we will pull an oracle card for you. This would be the time I should pull some oracle cards out that love oracles. But we'll read a card from the Shaman's Dream. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. Card 35, which is the number 8. Finding the way home and trusting your intuition. When the lost compass appears, it is a sign that you need to find your way back home, back to your source and center, relying on your intuition to arrive there. So that's why I said I feel like you've got to really rely on your intuition here. What is it you really want? Really think about it. Be wary of the signs telling you to turn here or there, or to avoid this or this person's situation, because the outward indicators are not reliable right now. So in other words, your ego may be pulling you in two different directions, but what does your intuition tell you? Be careful not to believe all the advice you are receiving. Rely instead on your innate sense of direction and guidance, and use your home and instinct to lead you true. The lost compass has come to show you that you need to find new counselors. I'm always really like, who do you rely on to give you that help in finding the direction? Because ultimately the people you love and the people who care about you will want you to do what's right for you. But you hear things from other people that can really steer you in the wrong direction. So I feel like that's really important. Love me or leave me. Make this your mantra. Love me or leave me. It says the lost compass is a blessing in disguise, because you sometimes have to lose your bearings and find yourself afresh to discover a new course. That's the healing. True north never changes, so reset your way to your heart compass and trust your deepest feelings, even when others do not support them. I think that sometimes people do things out of loving you rather than trying to help you work out what's best for you. The people that love you the most, that truly want the best for you, will support you in whatever decision you're making. But other people will try to control your decisions. So whatever this is for you, I really want you to try and understand how to do this for your own good. If this is a choice between two people, or you've got a choice to return to the past and you're very happy where you are, then make the decision based in what you really want. I'm just going to pull another card here. Yeah, resourcefulness. I got the horned cactus come out, which came out, I think, for one of the readings yesterday. Make the decision based in what you want, not in what other people think is right for you, not in what you envisage is the best way to go. Like, make the decision from your heart, your intuition, and your desires. What do you want for the future? Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Don't get stuck in thinking that you've got to make a decision because it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, or because you don't want to hurt anybody. Because ultimately, if you move through life and you make decisions for other people all the time, it makes it really, really difficult for you. So you become resentful and angry if you've stuck around because you're feeling sorry for someone, or you don't know how to leave someone. We've all done it. We've all done it. It is a codependency thing, putting somebody else's feelings before your own. But in the long run, this particular decision needs you to make your mind up for the right reasons. All right, Cancer, I will leave you there. Thank you.